listening to DORiS Radio.
You're listening to DORiS Radio on WHCP.
You're listening to DORiS Radio on WHCP.
DORiS Radio.
DORiS
on
Radio on WHCP 101.
What's going on? This is Jordan Ray. You are listening to DORiS Radio on WHCP 101.5.
Awesome. Welcome back, man. It's been great listening to Sade I Do. I'm excited to hear track number 3, but for those of you just tuning in, we've heard Smooth Operator, and what was the first track? Is It a Crime?
It is a crime.
2 bops, and you're going to take us to Love Deluxe.
Yes, sir.
On this next track, but we'll save it for later.
Awesome.
I'm excited to see all of the awesome projects that you have coming out. I'd love to know more about what are some of the creative things we didn't hit on. I know we talked about Realize Real, the short film you have, and Suraci.
Yeah.
What are some other ventures that we should keep an eye out for, or that you have planned?
Yeah, I'm very, very glad you asked that question. I wanted to touch up on this a little bit, but there's a film I'm working on. No name yet. Still searching for the actors within it. But I was at a place where I got tired of seeing a lot of things on Netflix and big entertainment channels of basically a lot of the entertainment industries are benefiting off of black suffering. And what I mean by that is I've been coming across a lot of movies of this or black, whether they're going to jail, selling drugs, this and that. You got, I don't know if I can say this name on air, Love and Hip Hop. Can I say that? Yeah, such as the show Love and Hip Hop, and a lot of this trauma that they say we go through, and we're way more than that. So I'm working on films that are going to present how great we are, whether it's an artist, or I'll give a little sneak peek, an artist, or whatever the case may be, of just showing our true power. So those are a few things I'm working on. So the short film's in the making, but I'm also working on a documentary for Kevin Antonio, as a music artist based out of New York. So that's coming on the way. I'm in the editing process of it now, and it was shot in Florida, so that's exciting. So there's a few things like that. I'm just really trying to bring forth how incredible we are.
That's beautiful, man. That's something that we've thought a lot about recently with a lot of the bigger productions that have come out in black media.
Yeah.
Aside from like Love and Hip Hop, I was thinking about Them.
Yeah.
Underground Railroad, which one that I was very excited about. And these are things where it creates a bit of troubling in the self. I talked about my struggles with having J.K. Rowling symbol on my arm, and I struggle with that as well when it came to things like the Underground Railroad. I was a big proponent for that. It was based on a book, nominated for the National Book Award, and all those things coming out. But then even as in book form a few years ago, it was like, do we want to be supporting this type of media?
Right.
Do we want to keep pushing out this narrative about black people when we have such a rich history to pull from that often goes ignored?
Mm-hmm.
And so with these new shows coming out, and then that show coming back and resurfacing, it sort of brought that stuff back up to the surface again. And that's something that's definitely been in the back of my mind a lot with looking at the media, trying to be, like we spoke about earlier, be more intentional about what it is that we are viewing, what it is we're taking in, and what it is that we produce. And so that's why I definitely want to commend you on just taking that stance in art. We try to do as much as we can to find positivity to take in, but if it isn't out there, then it can be harder to come across. And so having creators like you putting these positive messages out gives people more of an outlet to find different representations of yourself.
Thank you, bro.
Whereas it has been quite narrow in recent times. And then even looking at things like Love and Hip Hop, when I was young, it was like Flavor Flav.
Yeah.
It was just like things like that sort of create this narrative, and it's just very one take. There's no depth there, because even within those aspects, I feel that there's a lot that could be unpacked that just pretty much goes ignored for the sake of cheap entertainment.
Yeah.
And I think finding things that are a bit more enriching is something that definitely needs to happen. And first, before we can do that, having people create things that are enriching.
Yeah.
And so that's really exciting to hear.
Thank you, man.
The Kevin Antonio doc that you shot in Florida, that looked awesome.
Thank you, man.
So like, you know, putting out these types of this type of content, that's things, and then things like documentaries I love, you know, that's not only entertainment but it's educational.
Yeah.
And you know, finding ways that we can show people who are watching themselves, show them with people that look like them doing things, doing all the things, other things, anything, is definitely something to strive for.
Right.
So that's awesome.
Thank you, man. Thank you, brother. Yeah, I want to make a change because nobody else seems to do it yet. So hopefully I can, I don't even see law of attraction, but I don't even like using the word hopefully. I'm going to say I'm going to change it.
You're going to. It's going to
I'm going to change it.
It's already.
So yeah, thank you, bro. So on the Suraci end of things, we're going to host another event called Suraci Day. We just had an event June 23rd where basically grades 6 through 12 students came to play 5-on-5 pickup basketball. And they got the opportunity to be viewed by scouts and things such as that nature. So it was incredible. So we're planning on doing another one, but on a larger scale, where those who play soccer, basketball, a combination of all sports, where they actually have the ability to just have fun and break free, because I feel like in the area we are with Salisbury, there's not too much going on. So we're in the process of figuring out, you know, all the regulations with COVID, but that's in the works. So there's going to be another Suraci Day, which just gives students the opportunity to just have fun and have a blast while playing sports and having food and stuff like that. So that's in the works as well.
Epic, man. Suraci Day. This is, again, like you said, with all that stuff that you have going on, all of the enrichment and the even athletics enrichment that's coming out of that.
Thank you, bro.
Just having that type of camaraderie is something that's providing fun and a way to take your mind off of things for the community.
Yeah.
It's so big, and so it's like, that's really major, dude.
Thank you, man. Yeah.
The Suraci, the motivation is felt and is needed, especially, you know, during crazy times like this. We are finding ourselves in historic moments every day, every single day. We're facing challenges that most people alive now have never faced before, and that can create a heavy sense of strain on people's psyche and people's mental. And so this season's overarching theme has been mental health awareness. And a question I have for you is, what does your self-care routine look like, if you have one? And go.
And when you say self-care, physical or mental?
Both. Specifically mental, but I find, and I want to get your take on it, but I find physical to be tied in.
It sure is,
and
so I'll go quick on the physical then. So for me, I stretch like almost every morning. So I got this little back roller that I roll on my back every morning because my back hurts for some reason. I'm like 22, but my back hurts. It's weird. Anyways, so I stretch quite often to make sure I'm more at ease. And going into the mental side of things, I play basketball as well. Basketball for me is almost like a meditation, because when I'm playing basketball, I don't have anything relating business in my mind. I'm just having fun. I'm just playing basketball. So I find basketball to be my meditation. I feel like everybody, no matter what it is you're doing, has to find that thing that just takes you away from everything. So that helps me get through my times of just having an overload of work. So I just tell myself, man, you just got to go play basketball or something. Just go make some music or go play some basketball just to take away from everything. So that keeps me sane. That keeps me in a place of clarity. And another form of my mental regimen is basically just waking up and saying it's going to be a good day. And also the night before, I kind of have a to-do list for everything I need to do the next day, so I don't have to worry about, oh man, now I got to write a to-do list to figure out things I got to do. I already know, so I just go into the day and prioritize the things I need to get done first. And that helped me be a lot more at ease and just focus on the particular goal that I got to knock out. I feel like that's a very big question, but in a summary, I would say those are the key things that keep my regimen going.
That's major, son. Like what you just said, viewing that to-do list the night before, that's something I'm definitely going to be adopting into my routine. Because, I mean, I think that's a really cool way to, like you said, take out that stress of trying to figure it out in the morning time. But then I feel like that also just increased productivity. Yeah. And also enjoyment. Just if you're not having to stress about what you got to do, because you already got to figure it out. It's easier. And so those are the best days when you already got, the ducks in a row, ducks in order. And so that's awesome. My second question for you is, what is a source of love for you in your life?
I would say self-love. Self-love. So for me, I'm very key on my health, both mental and physical. So all the food that I eat, I make sure I take care of my body, because I believe what you put in, you give out. So I eat a lot of healthy foods, mostly vegetarian. I would like to say I'm vegetarian, but I eat fish like once a week. But yeah, I just make sure that whatever it is I'm putting in my body, no fluoride from the fountain water, or I don't drink dairy or anything like that. But I find that those things brings my body more cleansed, and I feel better that way. So self-love, also just making sure that I'm telling myself, I'm great, I'm an awesome person, whatever the case may be. Not getting in the cocky sense of things, but sometimes you got to know your power.
Self-affirmation.
Yeah. So self-affirmations, things like that definitely helped me along the way. Another form of love is just doing what I love. So whenever I'm working on Suraci, it's weird to say working, because when I'm working on it, it's almost like I'm not even working it. I just love what I'm doing, so it's just free-flowing. So whatever it is that I want to do, whether it is, playing basketball, making music, whatever it is, I find that those type of things bring me closer to the things I love. So that helps me, in a way, understand what love is.
Beautiful. Yeah. That is excellent. Self-love. Yeah, self-love. That's where it all starts, Loving yourself helps you to be able to love your fellow man. Yeah. And finding ways to cultivate self-love can be difficult. You've given us a lot of cool ways to go about doing that.
Thank you, bro.
So I thank you. And,
thank you, bro.
It's been beautiful, my man.
Thank you, man.
Can't wait till we do it again.
Yeah, we'll be back.
But let's close it out for the people with
No Ordinary Love.
Come on now.
Let's go.
Sade, I do. Y'all, this has been excellent. Thank you, Jordan Ray.
Thank you.
Until next time,
yes, sir.
You're listening to DORiS Radio on WHCP 101.5. Keep it loud.
Listening to DORiS Radio.
You're listening to DORiS Radio on WHCP.
You're listening to DORiS Radio on WHCP.
You're listening to DORiS Radio.
DORiS Radio on WHCP 101.5.